students. In today's class, we will go through the remaining questions of exercise 3.3. The third question is, form the pair of linear equations for the following problems and find their solution by substitution method. So the first part is, the difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. Find them. So here it's given, the difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. So we have to take the numbers as x and y. Let the bigger number be x and let the other number be y. That is, we have two numbers x and y. It is given the difference between the two numbers is 26. That is, you have to write it as bigger number and smaller number. And when you write the difference, you will write the bigger number first. So it is x minus y is equal to 26. That is the difference between the two numbers. When you subtract the smaller number from the bigger number, you get the difference as 26. That is the first equation. And one number is 3 times the other. That means this one number is the bigger number. So the bigger number is x. So x is 3 times the other number. So that is the second equation. Now we have got a pair of linear equations in two variables. We are asked to find the solution using substitution method. So it's directly given one variable in terms of the other. So you can directly substitute this value of x in first equation and get the solution. So here, as x is equal to 3y, that is one variable is written in terms of the other, you can directly substitute. So when you substitute x value of equation 2 in equation 1, you get 3y minus y is equal to 26. So here, this is a linear equation in one variable. So 3y minus y is 2y, that is equal to 26. So y equal to 26 by 2, that is 13. So we have got the y value. Now substitute this y value in the second equation to get the x value. So x is 3 into 13, that is 39. So x value is 39 and y value is 13. Now when you substitute here in the equations, you can verify whether our answer is right. That is 39 minus 13. 9 minus 3 is 6. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that is right. It satisfies the equation. And the second one is x is equal to 3 times y. That is x is equal to 3 into 13. That is equal to 39. So it satisfies the second equation. That means we have got the right answer. The second question is, the larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. Find them. So here it's given there are two angles and these angles are supplementary. Supplementary means it is 180 degrees. When you add those two angles, you get 180 degree. So let the larger angle be x and let the smaller angle be y. So here it's given the two angles are supplementary. So you can directly write as x plus y is equal to 180 degree because you know supplementary angles, when you add them, you get 180 degree. Now it's given the larger of the two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. So here we have taken larger angle as x. So x exceeds the smaller angle by 18 degrees. So smaller angle is y. So y plus 18 is x. That is, larger angle exceeds the smaller angle by 18. Exceeds means it's more than. So it's the second equation. Now here, like the previous example, it's written one variable in terms of the other. So you can directly substitute this value in the first equation. When you substitute x of equation 2 in 1, you get y plus 18 plus y is equal to 180 degree. That is 2y plus 18 is equal to 180 degree. 2y is equal to 180 minus 18. 180 minus 18 is 162. So y is equal to 162 by 2, that is 81. So you got the y value as 81. Now substitute this y value to get the x value in equation 2. So you get x is equal to 81 plus 18, that is 99. 9. So the x value is 99 and y value is 81. Now give these values of x and y in the equations and verify whether your answer is right. So 99 plus 81 is 10. 9 and 9 is 18. So 180. So it satisfies the first equation. Now x is equal to y plus 18. So x is 99 is equal to y is 81 plus 18. So you get 99. That is satisfies the second equation. So our answer is x value is 99 and y value is 81. The third question is, the coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3,800. Later she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for rupees 1,750. Find the cost of each bat and each ball. You have done a similar question while doing the graphical method for finding out the solution of pair of linear equations in two variables. So here, let's assume the cost of one bat be rupees x and let the cost of one ball be rupees y. Now it's given 7 bats and 6 balls cost rupees 3,800. That is, when you add the cost of 7 bats and 6 balls, it is total of rupees 3,800. So 1 bat cost rupees x. So 7 bats will cost rupees 7x. And 1 ball cost rupees y. So 6 balls will cost 6y. When you add those two, you get 3,800. So that is the first equation. And similar way, when you write for the second one, you get 3x plus 5y is equal to 1,750. So these are the pair of linear equations in two variables. Now you have to use substitution method and find the solution for x and y. That is the cost of each bat and each ball. So using the substitution method, you have to write one variable in terms of the other. So I am going to take the second equation and write x in terms of y. So here x is equal to 1,750 minus 5y by 3. Let this be the third equation. Now substitute this value of x in the first equation and get the value of y. So you get 7 into 1,750 minus 5y by 3 plus 6y is equal to 3,800. So 7 into 1,750 is 12,250 minus 7 into 5 is 35y by 3 plus 6y is equal to 3,800. So take the LCM, then you get 12,250 minus 35y plus 3 into 6 is 18y by 3 is equal to 3,800. So 12,250 minus 35 plus 18y is, you have to subtract. So you get 17. So as 35 is greater, minus 17y is equal to 3,800 into 3. So you get 0042, 11,400. So minus 17y is equal to 11,400 minus 12,250. When you subtract this, you get minus 850 because 12,250 is greater than 11,400. So y is equal to minus 850 by minus 17. 17 goes 5 times in 85. So you get 50. Negative and negative is positive. So y value is 50. Now substitute this y value here to get the x value. That is 1,750 minus 5 into 50 by 3. That is 1,750 minus 250 by 3. When you subtract 250 from 1,750, you get 1,500 by 3. That is equal to 500. So the x value is 500 and y value is 50. So the cost of one bat is rupees 500 and the cost of one ball is rupees 50. Whenever you get questions like this, you have to write in sentence, the cost of one bat is rupees 500 and the cost of one ball is rupees 50. As there is no space, I'm not writing here, but there will be marks for writing the solution like that. The fourth question is, the taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. For a distance of 10 km, the charge paid is rupees 105, and for a journey of 15 km, the charge paid is rupees 155. What are the fixed charges and charge per kilometer? How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 km? So here it's given that the taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. That is, whenever you get in the taxi, there is a fixed charge, whatever distance you go. So let the fixed charge be rupees X, and there is charge for the distance covered. So let the charge per kilometer be rupees Y. That is, for each kilometer there is a charge and there is a fixed charge. So there are two charges. One is the fixed charge and the other is for per kilometer. Now for a distance of 10 km, the charge paid is rupees 105. That is, when you travel a distance of 10 km, you have to pay rupees 105. So distance covered is 10 km. So 1 km the charge is rupees Y. So for 10 km the charge will be 10Y, and you have to pay how much? Rupees 105. That is, if you cover a distance of 10 km, you have to pay fixed charge plus per kilometer. That is, 10 km means it will be 10Y. So this is the first equation. Now, and for a journey of 15 km, the charge paid is rupees 155. So fixed charge plus 15 km. So per kilometer it is rupees Y. So 15 km it is 15Y. The total charge paid is rupees 155. So that be the second equation. So we have got the two equations. Now we have to write one in terms of the other. From the first equation, X in terms of Y. So 105 minus 10Y. Let this be the third equation. Now substitute this value of X in the second equation. So you get 105 minus 10Y plus 15Y is equal to 155. So 105 minus 10Y plus 15Y is plus 5Y, that is equal to 155. So 5Y is equal to 155 minus 105, that is 50. So Y is equal to 50 by 5, that is 10. That means per kilometer the charge is rupees 10. Now we have to substitute here the value of Y to get the X value. That is, X is equal to 105 minus 10 into 10. That is 105 minus 100. That is 5. So the fixed charge is rupees 5. So whatever distance you cover, you have to give a fixed charge, that is 5. And per kilometer, the charge is rupees 10. So if you cover 10 km, you have to give a charge of 100 rupees. So 100 plus 5, 105. Here you have covered a distance of 10 km. So 10 into per kilometer, that is 1 km it is 10 rupees. So 10 into 10, that is 100 plus the fixed charge is 5. So you get 105. Similar way you will get it here. Now in the second part of the question, it is asked, how much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 km? So a distance of 25 km means X plus 25Y. That is the fixed charge plus per kilometer into 25. So you get X is 5 plus 25 into 10. That is, you get 5 plus 250. 255. That is, for 25 km, you have to pay rupees 255. The fifth question is, a fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and the denominator. If 3 is added to both the numerator and the denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. Find the fraction. A fraction means there will be a numerator and a denominator. So let the numerator be X and let the denominator be Y. So it's given, a fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and the denominator. When 2 is added to the numerator, it becomes X plus 2. And when 2 is added to the denominator, it becomes Y plus 2. That is, a fraction will be of this form, X by Y. So when you add 2 to the numerator, it becomes X plus 2, and 2 to the denominator, it becomes Y plus 2. So it's given, when you add 2 to both the numerator and the denominator, the fraction becomes 9 by 11. So this is the first equation. And it's given if 3 is added to both the numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. So x plus 3 by y plus 3 is equal to 5 by 6. So this is the second equation. So now you have to cross multiply and make it in the standard form, that is x plus 2 into 11 is equal to 9 into y plus 2, that is 11x plus 22 is equal to 9y plus 18. So 11x minus 9y is equal to 18 minus 22, that is 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. So this is the first equation. Now in the second equation you get it as x plus 3 into 6 when you cross multiply and 5 into y plus 3. So 6x plus 18 is equal to 5y plus 15. So 6x minus 5y is equal to 15 minus 18. That is 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. So this is the second equation. So you have got a pair of linear equations in two variables. Now you have to use the substitution method and find out the value of x and y. So here when you write one variable in terms of the other, you get, I'm going to take the second equation. So x is equal to minus 3 plus 5y by 6. That is, I have taken 5y to the right hand side. So let this be the third equation. Now substitute this value of x in the first equation. So you get 11 into minus 3 plus 5y by 6 minus 9y is equal to minus 4. So minus 33 plus 55y by 6 minus 9y is equal to minus 4. So when you take the LCM, you get minus 33 plus 55y minus 9 into 6 is 54y by 6. When you cross multiply this 6, you get minus 24. So minus 33 plus y is equal to minus 24. So y is equal to minus 24 plus 33, that is 9. So the y value is 9. Now when you substitute this y value in x in this third equation, you get x is equal to minus 3 plus 5 into 9 by 6, that is minus 3 plus 45 by 6, 42 by 6, that is equal to 7. So the x value is 7 and y value is 9. So that is, our fraction is 7 by 9. When you add 2 to the numerator and denominator, it becomes 7 plus 2 and 9 plus 2, that is 9 by 11. And when 3 is added, you get 7 plus 3 is 10 and 9 plus 3 is 12, that is 5 by 6. So you have got the right answer. So our fraction is 7 by 9. So the last question you can do as homework. Thanks for watching.